Le Brésil a produit plusieurs des grands combattants de la planète. Depuis la naissance des arts martiaux mixtes, ces guerriers ont électrisé leurs compatriotes. Dans plus de 30 événements époustouflants de l'UFC présentés au pays. Et à l'UFC 224, l'organisation est de retour à Rio de Janeiro. Avec deux des Brésiliens les plus accomplis de tous les temps. Ainsi, la première championne brésilienne de l'UFC, Amanda Nunes, défendra sa ceinture des poids coqs pour la 3e fois.
I can't wait for that moment. Walk to the cage in my country and walk away with my belt.
Et le champion du monde de Jiu-Jitsu, Jacare Souza, qui a déjà livré 10 combats dans son pays natal. Relèvera un défi sans précédent dont l'enjeu est plus élevé que jamais.
Para mim, significa a chance de lutar pelo cinturão. E a galera do Rio de Janeiro, do Brasil, do mundo, eu não vou decepcionar.
Mais deux Américains très confiants entreront dans la cage pour gâcher le retour des Brésiliens. L'aspirante numéro 1, Raquel Pennington, mettra Nunes au défi pour son titre.
Excellent performance by Raquel Pennington.
When I go out there, when I'm under those bright lights,
outstanding.
I dominate.
Et le poids moyen, membre du top 5, Kelvin Gastelum,
He's got real power in his hands.
qui vise à démolir Jacare pour s'approcher d'un combat pour le titre qu'il convoite.
Oh! Nice 1-2 from Gastelum. Bisping is out.
I go in there and I try to finish fights. To be able to get that title shot, I got to finish this guy in devastating fashion.
War cry, war cry. Let's go, young bull. Come on.
Mais avant que les guerriers de la soirée convergent vers Rio,
Good, rest.
préparez-vous d'abord au décompte de l'UFC 224. Dans les 25 ans d'histoire de l'UFC, rares ont été les périodes sans Brésiliens parmi les champions. La tradition se poursuit aujourd'hui avec les détentrices de titre Chris Cyborg et Amanda Nunes. La championne des poids coqs se prépare à une 3e défense de son titre, cette fois dans son Brésil natal, et se rappelle son déménagement aux États-Unis, lui ayant permis d'obtenir le premier prix de son sport.
Growing up in Brazil was awesome. You know, I come from a small city.
Eu quero explosão, tá? Vai! Boom!
I started in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I competia lá. The first time when I see MMA was in the Jiu-Jitsu gym. And I started from there.
Descansa. Shadow box, movimentar.
But I know if I step in this country, I can become a world champion. And now I'm here.
Vamos lá, Amanda!
Même si Nunes atteint rapidement son objectif de devenir championne du monde dans l'UFC, elle en veut plus.
Excelente, Amanda, excelente.
I just started my legacy. And I want to keep changing. I didn't even show half the things that I can do.
Excelente!
Nunes bâtit sa carrière en terrorisant les meilleurs poids coqs au monde.
This is a fighter who can do it all. And here comes the ground and pound. Ferocious ground and pound.
Amanda's rise has been incredible.
Oh! She will hold a position and just batter her opponent as well. Very physically strong. Amanda Nunes showing off her fluid striking game.
somebody who is from humble beginnings and now really a superstar.
The Brazilian looks for another first-round stoppage win.
Beat some impressive athletes. Won the title.
Unbelievable. What a dominant victory.
Goes up against Ronda Rousey, which is probably the biggest star in our sport, and dismantles her.
Flawless performance by the champion. Completely smashed Ronda.
She's just proven herself over and over again.
À sa dernière défense de titre, Nunes se bat pendant 5 rounds contre la championne du monde de kickboxing, Valentina Shevchenko.
This is one of the most dominant champions we have in the entire UFC, men or women. Amanda Nunes is a savage.
She's a scary woman. No one hits harder in this division than her. Nobody ever.
Nunes compte maintenant plus de KO et de victoires dans l'UFC à 135 livres que toute autre combattante dans l'histoire. Et à l'UFC 224 à Rio de Janeiro, l'ère de la Lioness se poursuit.
I'm excited for this moment, you know, it's gonna be beautiful. Everybody waited. I think the country needed. I have to make those people happy. People's gonna see way better champion Amanda Nunes than before.
La confrontation de l'UFC 224 oppose Nunes à une aspirante agressive, prête à ramener la ceinture en sol américain. Raquel Pennington vit depuis toujours à Colorado Springs, où elle est près de ceux qui ont toujours soutenu son parcours sportif.
Sit beside you. Here, open up.
You didn't even bite it. Did he eat it?
He spit it out.
So me today, Gene at work, when I walked in, he's like, so did you seriously go on that 26-mile bike ride, or did you just stop in and take the picture? I also thought that we were gonna go on a leisurely bike ride. I even took us snacks and stuff, and these guys were like timing it the whole time.
We're in champ camp. She wanted to join.
I do. I support you 100%. And I want to do whatever it takes.
So I come from a huge family. I grew up being a huge tomboy. And they'll go and support me at all my basketball games, all my volleyball games, whatever it was. And now that I'm really involved in fighting, they've made it to where they travel to all my fights.
This one is actually going to be pretty exciting. I think we've all been looking forward to this fight. She's deserved this spot. She's worked her way up from the bottom all the way up to the top. My nerves will probably be a lot higher at this one. But, you know, like I told her, we're going to go to her backyard and take it. I don't have no doubts in her. I know she's going to do it.
Pennington n'a jamais manqué de confiance et elle sait qu'elle aura un combat pour le titre de l'UFC avant même que les femmes aient une place dans la plus importante organisation d'arts martiaux mixtes au monde.
When I first started fighting, women's MMA hardly existed.
Go. Nice and tight, explode through the hips.
Girls were fighting on the smallest shows. My first few fights were in Wyoming and bars.
Round number 2 in this 130-pound women's MMA bout with a strong head kick landed by Pennington. I think that's going to be the end of the fight.
Yes, that's one. Just push those hips back, stay on your heels.
I told my coach that one day I'd be fighting for the women's world title in the UFC.
Front squats.
And he laughed at me, but I was like, I don't know how it's going to happen. You think I'm joking, but I'm going to make it happen.
There you go. Drive. Pull.
And here I am getting ready to fight for the world title.
Come up fast. Good job, Raj.
Raquel Pennington is one of the toughest and most talented 135-pound fighters in the game.
Pennington se ferait un chemin vers le titre de l'UFC en affrontant toutes les aspirantes qui se présentent.
She's got the bulldog choke. Oh, that is close. At the buzzer, put her to sleep with a bulldog choke.
La perpétuelle négligée apporte un tel cran et une telle détermination à l'UFC
Pennington with another knee. Oh, hard shots by Pennington.
que ses adversaires en sont abasourdis.
She has quietly become one of the best 135-pound women in the world.
I'm freestyle. I don't really categorize myself as anything. A lot of people categorize me as a brawler. It's freestyle for me.
Pennington is constantly in dogfights.
Raquel's a brawler if you turn it on for her, but Rocky's one of the best counter fighters out there.
Pennington's trying to find the openings.
She'll, you know, be patient, wait for her spot, and then go.
She has a very high fight IQ, and she's very good at being unpredictable.
Elle se débarrasse d'anciennes aspirantes au titre.
She's got it! Andrade's gonna tap! She taps!
Dans son parcours vers une performance déterminante contre une ancienne grande championne.
Raquel Pennington looking for her 4th straight UFC victory.
And the biggest one to date by far.
As she faces off against the former champion, Miesha Tate.
Coming into this fight, I think Raquel Pennington is one of the most overlooked contenders in this division.
Let's go, fight.
Raquel Pennington is excellent at judging distance and counter shots. But boy, Pennington is just popping her with that jab and the right hand behind it. And that is an educated left hand by Raquel Pennington. An uppercut, heavy right hand, and a left behind it. And Raquel Pennington is emerging, in my opinion, in this fight as a truly world-class contender.
S'épanouissant dans l'adversité,
Real strong back, real strong legs.
Pennington se réjouit d'avoir l'occasion de renverser l'apparemment inarrêtable Amanda Nunes chez elle à l'UFC 224.
Put a hole in the wall, Rocky. Every time, that's your goal.
I've worked my way up from ground zero. I haven't ever had anything handed to me, and this is my time to shine.
L'ouest du Colorado offre des paysages à couper le souffle, avec des montagnes à perte de vue. Dans ce décor accidenté, Rocky Raquel Pennington profite de la beauté de sa ville natale tout en réfléchissant.
I've been journaling for years, and I think it's something that's truly powerful. I journal every thought that's within my mind, whether it's simple, whether it's deep, whether it's filled with lots of emotion, or it's just something that motivated me or inspired me for the day. It's just my way of expressing myself, just because of the fact that I am always in the gym. That's not my way to have a release anymore. This thing is just, it's magic for me.
La psychologie du combat est complexe. Et Pennington connaît l'importance de la force mentale. En prévision de son combat pour le titre à l'UFC 224, l'ancien entraîneur de boxe olympique, Joe Guzman, lui offre son expertise sur le plan mental.
One of my mentors, he sat me down and he asked me, hey, what's the difference between a gold and a silver medal? Right off the bat, your work ethic, the training, the preparation, sparring, nutrition, sleeping right, eating right. And he looked up at me and he said this. I want you really just visualizing her in front of you. All right, it's just you and her right here. In the Olympics, there were times where we lost because of this. We're not backing up. We're gonna push her ass back.
For me, this is 90% mental.
Only the left hook to the head, go.
And I had a bad habit of kind of rolling through the motions.
Create the opening. Move his elbow with your hand and hit him with the other hand. There you go. There you go.
I fought Holly Holm, and I was battling myself in my own mind.
Holly Holm is someone that the UFC has been eyeing for quite a long time as an exciting entrant into the UFC's bantamweight women's division.
18-time world champion.
Finally, the moment where she steps into the cage and faces top quality opposition for the very first time.
Pennington on the outside.
There's that high kick, she's looking for it.
Seeing the hype train that she had and realizing that I could have beat her.
She's landing these strikes, Mike, they don't have a lot of power behind them.
I should have beat her.
She's not too, she tapped her.
Lucky go. But might it be too little too late? Both of them bloodied up, neither beaten.
By split decision, Holly Holm.
It was just like, okay, I either need to step away from this sport or I need to get my act together. and I just shifted my mind frame.
Exploding with the jab.
Après sa défaite contre Holly Holm lors des débuts dans l'UFC de l'ancienne championne, Pennington a dissipé les appréhensions, enregistrant 4 victoires consécutives en route vers un combat pour le titre contre Amanda Nunes.
When you truly realize what you're capable of, it makes you that much more dangerous.
Get out. Good. 1-2 row. Get out. Prevent. Where's the prevent? Good.
I see myself going out there. I see myself performing. I see myself having fun. I see myself pushing the pace and dominating every position. And the belt being put around my waist.
Pennington démontre une volonté inébranlable, tout comme ceux qui deviennent champions de l'UFC. C'est sûrement ce qui a aidé une fille de la campagne brésilienne aux origines modestes à réaliser son rêve. La copine d'Amanda Nunes est témoin de la montée fulgurante de la détentrice du titre des poids coqs. Nina Ansaroff, elle-même combattante, soutient la championne dans tous les aspects.
Tá, vamos só começar comigo aqui, só um ombro, vamos aquecer o ombro. Isso. In, out, head movement. Let's go.
Nina helped me in every way. She helped me with my food. She had a good relationship with UFC. They contacted her to know about me because sometimes, like, I don't understand very well. You know, I still learning English.
2 punches, Nina. 2 punches. Aí.
And in the gym, she's my training partner.
Boa, mano. Isso.
You know, everyone has that dream of being a champion, but when you're living in a house and you're training with that person, and you see that person change and grow and adapt to being a champion.
Esse é o treino, mano. Muito bom.
It changes you.
And there is Nina Ansaroff. Amanda's success has been a huge confidence builder for Ansaroff and a motivator as well.
Le soutien est mutuel pour ce couple de combattantes. Nunes guide Ansaroff dans sa propre carrière prometteuse.
One cut through for Ansaroff.
Oh, we got it.
Le couple travaille à l'obtention d'un 2e titre de l'UFC, mais se concentre d'abord sur la défense de la ceinture des poids coqs d'Amanda. Lorsque Nunes va affronter Raquel Pennington au Brésil.
I feel like when you're determined to get something, and nothing's gonna stop you. That's why I have the belt. I'm keep focusing, and it's gonna stay with me. And still.
And still. The best in the world.
Avant que la championne des poids coqs, Amanda Nunes, retourne dans son Brésil natal pour l'UFC 224, elle poursuit son camp dans son pays d'adoption avec sa copine Nina Ansaroff et une visiteuse familière qui profite d'une pause d'entraînement.
Vai devagar se essa bandeira subir. Se subir isso aqui é porque você não era pra estar lá dentro.
Always when I have fight coming up, my sister come, they stay here, help me and support me.
Você vai ser expulsa da pista agora.
And sometimes we go have fun. You know, this time we pick the go-kart.
Go to the number next to your picture on the screen.
All right, 30. I'm at 34. You're 39, I'm 30. My brother used to build go-karts in our backyard. I used to go every weekend almost go-karting. So, like, that's why I was kind of like, yes, I'm going to beat her. I did win. I would have won by more time if she didn't bump me in the beginning and try to crash into everybody.
That was awesome.
Told you.
I think it.
She hit me too. She hit me too.
I didn't even remember.
She hit me.
It was awesome. It was exactly how I expect.
Même si la Floride ne manque pas de loisirs, c'est l'importante présence d'entraînement de haut niveau en arts martiaux mixtes qui attire des combattantes comme Nunes dans les temps ensoleillés.
T2!
Il y a plusieurs années, une autre expatriée cherchant à réussir dans le combat s'est jointe aux combattantes de la American Top Team.
Photos. She's a paparazzi. She is the photo professional.
La poipaille de l'UFC, Tecia Torres, se lie d'amitié avec Nunes, Ansarov et d'autres membres de l'équipe tissée serrée.
Today, happy birthday, Dirty 30, to me.
Torres s'entraîne maintenant au Colorado avec sa fiancée Raquel Pennington, qui tentera de s'emparer de la ceinture de Nunes.
The sport of mixed martial arts is a small community, and then within women's MMA, it's even smaller community. So Raquel, Amanda, Nina, and I, we have a great relationship. But we all have that one goal to become champion.
I'm gonna pull you up. You're gonna pull down, go right to crank. I'm gonna fight hands, crank's not gonna be there, and then that's where we're gonna go.
When you're getting ready to walk in there with somebody that you know, it's something totally different.
Team Rocky on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team Rocky!
You know, I mean, I experienced The Ultimate Fighter, having to learn what it was like to live with an opponent, eat with an opponent, and all of a sudden you have to fight them.
Good luck, ladies.
The winner, Pennington. A member of Team Tate on The Ultimate Fighter. This shows you how far Raquel Pennington has come.
Fighting my coach and her also being a friend, it doesn't matter. You learn how to push for your own goals and what you really want.
Pennington looking for the biggest victory of her career. What a huge performance by Raquel Pennington. Stunning.
Amanda and I are friends.
Give me 10 of them. Go. Finish strong. Finish strong. Ha! It's all in your head.
But she's in the way of my goal.
You learn to operate right here. You got nothing to worry about. Press. Jump.
L'amitié mise de côté, le camp d'entraînement tire à sa fin. Et la championne Amanda Nunes entre dans le meilleur moment de sa carrière. Prête à dominer une autre aspirante.
Amanda is the champion for a reason. She's very fast, very well-rounded, very aggressive, and I just don't see anyone beating her anytime soon.
Nunes has so many tools and weapons.
I'm a bad matchup for Rocky because I'm fast. I know how to defend very well and take down.
She has some serious power in her hands, Mike, some serious submission skills.
I know how to put it together in the cage. Whatever she showed me, I'm gonna capitalize.
À l'UFC 224, Nunes et Pennington vont enflammer Rio de Janeiro en prenant le devant de la scène pour un combat de championnat.
She has a knack of winning fights in spectacular fashion.
It's for the #1 spot in the world. You know, whoever wins this fight is the #1 female bantamweight in the world.
More punishment. What a dominant victory by Amanda Nunes.
For Amanda, it's leaving a legacy, and you're trying to be the greatest female fighter that ever lived.
Stay work. Turn this into offense.
Pour Raquel Pennington, cette occasion représente le travail d'une vie consacrée à devenir la meilleure.
And Raquel Pennington is emerging as a truly world-class contender.
There you go, come on. Go, it's gonna get hard. Okay, good. There. Good.
As soon as I sink into my zone, let loose.
And she is pushing the pace right now.
There's nothing that can stop me that night.
She's a scary woman.
Une seule repartira en championne.
No one hits harder in this division than her.
Et ça aura lieu à l'UFC 224 au Brésil.
He had just turned 21, and now here he is looking to become the youngest winner in Ultimate Fighter history.
La demi-finale de l'UFC 224 mettra en vedette le retour du poids moyen à l'ascension fulgurante, Kelvin Gastelum.
He just rocks. Uriah Hall backed him up.
qui a remporté le tournoi des poids moyens de la saison 17 de l'Ultime Combattant. Alors qu'il était un mi-moyen négligé.
Congratulations, brother. You are the Ultimate Fighter. You win the six-figure contract with the UFC.
Peu s'attendaient à ce que Gastelum obtienne le contrat de l'UFC. Et il continue de surprendre avec son parcours chez les poids mi-moyens qui s'ensuit.
He's got real power in his hands. Man, this kid is on fire tonight.
Kelvin Gastelum s'avère être un véritable artiste martial.
Kelvin, an absolute beast. The true triple threat out there.
From the moment he won the Ultimate Fighter, has shown nothing but championship quality potential. Unbelievable. How fast was that rear naked choke?
Mais l'éruption de Gastelum chez les 170 livres est stoppée par Tyron Woodley, le champion en titre actuel, dans une décision partagée très serrée.
Well, my career hasn't played out exactly the way I expected it. You know, I remember thinking, oh, John Jones won his belt at 23. I'm going to try and break that record. You know, I wanted to be the youngest champion.
Grabbing some of our training tools to get this workout in. Here we go.
But, you know, I also believe it's part of a bigger plan. I feel like all these things happen for a reason, and it's led me to where I am now.
People always think they're a savage. Do you know what a savage is? A savage maims and kills, hunts and takes what it believes belongs to them. Let's be real savages. Over and over and dismantle anything that's trying to stop us from accomplishing our dream. This is the stuff where no one's applauding you. Go. This is the stuff that these people don't see. Speed, KG. The sacrifice that you put into this, they say comes natural to you. It ain't natural. Fire up. It's not natural to punish yourself like this. Now, fast. Bang, 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 bang. It's a choice. Down an inch.
La défaite serrée de Gastelum contre Woodley n'ébranle pas sa confiance.
Kelvin Gastelum is by no means a gimme fight for anyone at 185 pounds.
Quand il passe chez les 185 livres et entreprend un autre parcours dominant vers le titre.
Oh man, he looks good.
Kelvin evolves and matures every fight. You can see his boxing, you can see his footwork, his angles, and his overall combat IQ. It elevates from fight to fight. That's what makes him a future champion. 3. Your ability to push through pain is the greatest gift that you have as an athlete. It's what makes you who you are. Do you want to be world champion? If you believe that that is your destiny, if you believe that that is your will.
Oh, Kelvin Gastelum with the biggest win of his career.
And no man can take what you believe belongs to you.
I haven't even shown 50% of my potential inside that octagon.
Big ones, big ones, big ones.
I feel like I'm just starting, and I feel like I can be the best middleweight in the world.
Une autre ascension rapide permet à Gastelum d'être à Shanghai en novembre dernier, où il affronte l'ancien champion Michael Bisping dans la première finale du count depuis la perte du titre.
Bisping is out!
Every single middleweight has to be on notice now, because in any second of the fight, Kelvin Gastelum can steal your consciousness away.
I need more! Now! Good job, recover. That was great. I want to know if you want an extra one. Thank you. You passed the final test.
Gastelum est plus près que jamais de son objectif.
Good, Kelly. Let's go, bull.
Mais le numéro 2 au classement mondial des poids moyens se dresse sur son chemin. Le combat de Ronaldo Jacare Souza contre Gastelum marque la 5e fois où il se bat comme poids moyen de l'UFC devant ses compatriotes brésiliens. Mais son camp d'entraînement se déroule dans sa région adoptive américaine.
O Brasil é um país lindo, maravilhoso. Morava no Rio de Janeiro, cidade maravilhosa. Tava muito bom lá no Rio de Janeiro, mas a gente resolveu mudar. E conversando com a minha esposa, a gente decidiu morar aqui porque é um país que a gente gosta muito. A gente sempre vinha passar férias aqui. A gente gostava muito da Califórnia, mas a gente decidiu morar aqui em Orlando pelo clima, né? É um clima muito parecido com o clima do Brasil. Minha esposa gosta bastante também, eu gosto muito. Arrumei uma excelente équipe de treinamento.
La plupart des combattants qui déménagent en Floride se retrouvent dans le sud où se trouvent plusieurs grandes équipes. Même si Jacare a fait le choix moins courant de s'installer à Orlando, il n'a pas sacrifié la qualité de son entraînement.
In Central Florida, we have an array of coaches and people that come train with us. And Fusion XL is the hotspot. When Jacare came, he knew. At that level, he knows what a good camp is, and he knows what good trainers are.
Jab. Set. Jab. He come to us, and everybody's wondering who we are. You know, what we bring to the table, but we've been kind of dominating Florida for a while. Push up top. To me, it's like a good fit for him because it's a little different from what he's used to. So we train different ways, different aspects, and different things, and we constantly mix it up. Feint him and freeze him. Feint him and freeze. Nice. Put him on his heel. Put him on his heel. Press a little bit.
What can you really show and teach Jacare, who's already a world champion?
Cut the cage, cut the cage.
What he's done, the guys he beat, but his ability to want to learn still and to take every information that we give him is amazing.
La soif de connaissance de Jacare pourrait effrayer ses futurs adversaires, surtout quand on pense au châtiment qu'il a fait subir à ses adversaires par le passé. Le champion du monde de grappling à 10 reprises remporte un titre en Strikeforce avant d'étaler ses habiletés dans l'octogone.
Jacare shows it. A lot of people believe this is the best 185-pound mixed martial arts athlete on the planet. Oh, huge shots raining down from Jacare.
When you look at Jacare, some people are just built to fight. And you look at this guillotine here for Jacare, that is very tight. This guy's an absolute beast.
Dos melhores atletas de jiu-jitsu que fez a transição pro MMA.
He is just on a different level in terms of jiu-jitsu, and he applies it to mixed martial arts better than about anybody in this entire game.
Quando eu tô entrando pra lutar, eu entro relaxando, entendeu? Porque eu sei que quando entrar dentro do octógono, eu posso controlar tudo.
Once he gets to an established position, it's very difficult to shake him off.
Jacare continues to show his evolution. Jacare Souza!
Caught the leg kick. There's the takedown. It's just effortless, man. It's just effortless. I mean, he really did clamp down on that arm like the jaws of an alligator.
Jacare n'a jamais perdu de combat au Brésil.
Finish strong, finish strong.
Et prévoit continuer sur cette lancée en dominant Kelvin Gastelum chez lui.
O Kelvin, ele é muito rápido para a divisão dos pesos médios, né? Eu sou bem maior que ele. Ele pode ser duro, ele pode ter uma boa defesa de queda, mas ele não vai escapar das minhas quedas e do meu jiu-jitsu. Eu vou finalizá-lo.
Le gagnant de la demi-finale de l'UFC 224 entre Kelvin Gastelum et Jacare Souza pourrait fort bien se battre pour le titre dans son prochain combat. La dernière défaite en carrière du Brésilien remonte à son combat âprement disputé contre le champion en titre. Un muscle pectoral déchiré force cependant Jacare à remettre en question son avenir de combattant.
Após a minha derrota Whittaker, eu tive vontade de parar pela lesão, né? Não foi pela derrota, foi pela lesão. E o que me acendeu essa vontade de parar foi quando eu tava quase voltando a querer treinar, eu tive apêndice, né? Então foi um golpe muito duro pra mim. Foi muita coisa acontecendo, eu fiquei muito gordo. Então quando eu fui correr, eu só corri 2 minutos.
Jacare est de nouveau en pleine forme, mais la route vers la guérison a été facilitée par une personne pendant la réadaptation.
Nos momentos mais difíceis, a gente vê quem tá do nosso lado de verdade, né?
All right, cancel 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. I saw you on 3. Let's go.
E nesse meu momento, a minha esposa foi um pilar pra mim, né?
Aconteceu muitas coisas, depois de muitas lesões que ele vinha sofrendo, ele ficou muito tempo parado, isso estressou ele muito, porque ele é muito ativo.
estava no hospital, ela ia todos os dias no hospital me ajudar. Eu precisava de ajuda até para tomar banho, né? Bastante dor.
Só que depois veio a chance de lutar novamente. Foi uma alegria. Eu até falei pra ele, olha, o meu presente é a sua vitória, hein? E ele agarrou essa chance e falou, não, eu vou lá e vou vencer.
Well, they are all on their feet here in Charlotte as one of their own. Wilmington, North Carolina's Derek Brunson makes the jog to the octagon for the biggest fight of his career.
Malgré la grande adversité physique à laquelle il a fait face, Jacare revient dans l'octogone seulement 9 mois après son combat contre Whittaker, lors d'un affrontement aux enjeux élevés à Charlotte, en Caroline du Nord.
The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legend, Jacare Souza, tries to mute the masses in North Carolina.
It's pretty impressive to have 13 fights in the UFC and never be taken down in this division. Ooh, and there's that counter right that got him the first time.
There we go, there we go.
Nice takedown attempt by Jacare and sick whizzer by Brunson.
Press it, press it, press it.
Pretty good combination from Brunson. Souza doing a nice job again, keeping that right hand up. Head kick for Souza.
Go, go.
And he goes for a left hook to finish him. That is it. They stop it.
Jacare Souza back in a big way tonight.
Só dei valor a quem merecia, né, naquele momento ali da minha vitória.
I love my wife. Larissa, I love you. Thanks for everything.
Eu tô aí firme e forte. Eu agradeço muito a minha esposa.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event winner, Jacare Souza.
L'adversaire de Jacare à l'UFC 224, Kelvin Gastelum, attribue une grande part de ses récents succès au maître Rafael Cordeiro, un grand entraîneur qui s'est fait connaître grâce à la célèbre Shootbox Academy au Brésil et à des vedettes d'arts martiaux mixtes et champions de l'UFC en devenir.
I started my career as a fighter. And as soon as I stopped training, I stopped to compete, I started teaching just for guys like Vanderlei, Maurício Shogun Rua, Fabrício Verdun, Rafael dos Anjos.
We're gonna put on time for you guys 5 minutes. So as soon as you finish 5 minutes, switch person.
Depuis son arrivée aux États-Unis il y a 10 ans, Cordeiro assemble méticuleusement une équipe de combattants de l'UFC sous la bannière de Kings MMA.
I know he doesn't take everybody, but I was really happy that he brought me in and it kind of made me feel like almost one of his sons, you know?
Double Jefferson cross. Hey, oh, oh, hey. Double hook. Oh, oh, hey.
I've been to a lot of places, I've been to a lot of camps, and I've been around a lot of coaches, and Cordeiro brings something special to the table.
Oh, hey. Double jet kick. Oh, hey. Oh, oh,
You feed off of him. You feed off his emotion. You feed off his energy in practice and during a fight.
Tudo. One touchdown. One touch. Boom. Ding. Double hook cross.
Le duo se prépare à un combat à l'UFC 224 contre l'un des aspirants les plus dangereux de la catégorie, Jacare Souza.
The key for the victor is going to be speed. And I believe Kelvin has more speed. He's going to put a lot of pressure. In the end of the night, he can bring a beautiful KO.
Il y a 3 ans, le déménagement permanent de Kelvin Gastelum en Californie du Sud a été provoqué par l'accueil chaleureux de l'ancien champion des poids lourds Fabricio Verdum dans son gym en plein essor, Kings MMA.
One time you go where you're celebrated and not tolerated, and I kind of felt like this place is where I'm celebrated. I love the environment here, you know?
So for now, I want to see just jab and then look kick.
you block your low kick. So jab, low kick, and then everything we're gonna do back and forward.
Kelvin is like a little brother, you know, and his mind is very strong. I think for that, you know, I'm a cool guy, you know. Everybody's good with him, he's a nice guy, blah, blah. But when he goes inside the octagon, it's a big difference.
My hair gets in my face.
A lot of guys are beasts in the gym, but when it comes to the fight, they don't know how to put it all together. You just gotta raise it up a level. And I put it all together for fight night.
Peu importe comment Gastelum transforme l'entraînement en performance, ça fonctionne. Mais un autre test difficile l'attend. Un 4e combat consécutif contre un ancien champion, le numéro 2 au classement, Jacare Souza.
Every fight is with the title in mind. I keep getting these higher and higher ranked opponents. Right now, my concentration is on Jacare. He's dangerous. But if I beat the number 2 guy, I want that title fight.
Pour un vétéran de 31 combats comme Jacare, s'entraîner à un haut niveau est un mode de vie. Tout exercice effectué pendant le camp doit être éreintant.
This is you, Jacare. You get the good one.
Thank you.
Et correspondre à l'intensité vécue dans l'octogone.
We usually average like 25 to 35 miles. It's rough, it's clay, it gets bumpy, there's divots. You gotta pay attention, to the wildlife. It's a good ride, it gets very real.
Surmonter l'adversité fait partie du combat. Et ces défis ne sont pas plus faciles quand les combattants arrivent en fin de carrière. Mais Jacare ne voit qu'une course au titre devant lui.
Ver essa galera nova fazendo boas lutas, ganhando muitas lutas, é bom, porque é uma renovação pro esporte, né? Daqui a um tempo eu vou estar parando, né? E eles vão ficar aí. Mas eu tô bem fisicamente, né? Eu tô feliz. E quando eu tô feliz, ninguém me ganha. Entendeu? Ninguém vai me ganhar.
À l'approche de l'UFC 224, le légendaire champion du monde de Jiu-Jitsu est prêt à montrer ses habiletés contre une étoile montante tout aussi préparée.
One of the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners to ever fight in this octagon.
The level of technique is just so high with Jacare.
Gastelum he's on a roll, and he's so skilled. But Jacare is powerful.
Oh! Huge right from Jacare!
Oh, look at that. He's going for the arm.
It does not take long. Wow.
He's the bigger, stronger, more accomplished fighter and grappler. But I feel like my spirit and my heart is going to be bigger than his that night.
Kelvin's just better at mixing things up. You think he's going to punch and kick. Oh, head kick!
Com certeza, uma vitória sobre Kelvin Gastelum me credencia para lutar pelo cinturão peso médio do UFC.
May 12th, I'm going to solidify myself as the #1 contender in the world.
L'affrontement entre 2 des 5 meilleurs poids moyens précédera la finale de la soirée où la détentrice brésilienne du titre, Amanda Nunes, mettra en jeu sa ceinture des poids coqs contre l'aspirante affamée, Raquel Pennington.
I still haven't found the right words to explain what winning the world title would mean to me.
Well, there's certainly no lack of belief in Raquel Pennington's mind.
But what would make that win more exciting to beat her in her home country?
For sure, I'm gonna get it this win. I'm no doubt. And still.
L'avenir s'annonce brillant pour les gagnants de l'UFC 224. Et c'est à Rio de Janeiro que leur destin se jouera.